Hello. It's already here. How's everybody doing? Wow. Your name's Pierre, right?
Yeah.
The imitation. You look like y'all were imitating the 5 Heartbeat. Yeah, that's who you were in front. You being, I could tell you love Detroit by everything you said earlier. I had so many jokes about the recession and Detroit and everything, but I can't do any of it. So, I love Detroit. I'm in Detroit. Yeah. I did have a joke about driving through like 3-4 mile and wondering if the levees broke up here too. But since you, I guess I can't do that. I had another joke about driving up through Detroit and seeing a man with a German Shepherd and wondering if they were going to make I Am Legend Part 2 up here. But I love Detroit, so I can't do that either. Come on with it. You pretty much took my whole act, and then you brought the pastor, John, that was his name. You brought a ringer. He's clergy, so it's going to be hard to top that mule joke. They had to laugh at that. So I guess I'll just stand here and talk for a while. Aunt Mayruth and Aunt Cleopa, you have a beautiful family, and I'm honored to be here tonight. Thank you. I've never seen a family reunion like this, ever. In Pittsburgh, where I'm born and raised, our reunions are usually on Sundays and then in the playoffs. So we have our reunions every Sunday. Our reunion would be, like the Bible said, where 2 or more are gathered. If you get 2 of my family members in a case of beer, that's a reunion. That's how we handle things. Some Monday nights when the Steelers play. Saturday nights if they're doing good. So I guess I'll talk to you all about my family for a little while. Go ahead. Okay. I was raised by my grandmother. She was real in the church, and she had a good sense of humor, and that's most likely where I get my sense of humor from. She used to, we would, like one time we were over at her house, and my kids, after all the technology, the cell phones and everything, my grandmother, she falls asleep, and my kids clipped the Bluetooth to her wig, went in the other room, and called it. They started telling her what they wanted for Christmas, and she's thinking she's hearing the voice of God. She has to do it. So I go and I get them, and I scold them. I'm a good father. I tell them, no, get away from there. Go outside and play. And as soon as they get out far enough where they can't hear me, I tell her my Christmas list. I wanted a big tool set. I got it. Another practical joke we played on her was when President Obama was just up for election, and McCain, my grandmother had a Obama, one of those posts in her yard says vote for Obama. She had one of those things, and I had to pick her up and have my daughter with me. So we stopped past her house, pulled out the Obama, what's that called, a stand? The what?
Yard sign.
Yard, what? Yard sign. We took the Obama yard sign out, and put the McCain yard sign in. So we went and picked her up, and on the way down, I told my daughter, I said, if Grandma doesn't notice it, I want you to bring it to her attention. She said, okay. So we go get my grandmother. We come back. She doesn't notice it. She's on her way past it. So my daughter says, Grandma, I thought you were voting for Obama. She said, I am. Who else would I vote for? Now, this is a true story. It's not a joke. This is a true story. She said, well, what is that doing in your yard? My grandmother looked at it, and she looked and she turned. She looked from one end of the street to the other. And she looked back at the sign, and she started, when she gets mad, she claps. So she said, somebody's playing tricks. Somebody's playing tricks. So me and my daughter, we just go like this, because we don't want it, it's not over, we just want to see how long it'll take her to figure it out. And right when she's doing that, one of her neighbors comes down the street. She's like a big, boisterous, loud woman. And she's calling out people from across the street. She's like, oh no, they didn't. Somebody came in, it almost turned into like a racial sort of thing. She thought people were coming in changing the yard signs. My grandmother and grandfather, they were together 54 years. And it was fun to be raised by them, and then to see them grow. When they got older, like my grandfather's hearing started going. Excuse me. And he asked her what she wanted for Christmas one year. And she said she wanted a coffee maker. Well, his hearing wasn't that good. I walked in the door, and I'm like, Grandma, what are you doing with that? She said, your grandfather got me that. I said, what is it? She said, I asked him for a coffee maker. He went and bought me a copy maker. That's another true story. So now she's the honorary church secretary. She's running off all the bulletins. She does obituaries. She does everything. She's learned. She's good at it too. I see a lot of good-looking people here. Like, looks like you're good parents and everything. But me, being me, I don't always take the opportunities that I should to be the best parent that I could. I'm driving home with my daughter one day, and the song, Luther Vandross's song, Dance With My Father, that came on the radio. So I took that, and I figured, all right, it's time I go ahead and have that talk with her, the daddy-daughter talk, how I want her to grow up and be productive in life. I want her to choose the right occupation for herself, go to school, get her life together, do everything that she's supposed to do to be a good person. And she was just sitting there, and she said, like she's not a bad child, but she's a typical teenager. She's 15, so she's really 15. So I told her, I said, one day I'm not going to be around, and you're going to listen to the song, and you're going to think about me. So she said, I think about you now, and I tear up just thinking about the fact that you might not be here. Then she said, oh, Daddy, will you dance at my wedding to this song? And that was my opportunity to tell her, yeah, but you got to pick the right man and make sure he's the right one. And that's what I should have said. But what I said was, I'm driving. First thing came out of my mouth was, girl, ain't nobody going to marry you. Another true story. Another true story. I got an aunt in my family who's, she's in her 50s, never been married. She's wanting to get married, and I'm sure there might be at least one person in here who might be like my aunt. I'm not going to say her name. But she goes to wedding receptions. She doesn't even care about the wedding. She cares about the reception. She looks at the reception like when they throw the bouquet. She looks at that like it's a championship game. When they call the bride up and she's getting ready and doing the garter and they do all that, she's out in the hallway, she's stretching, she's getting everything. She's giving herself the speech. She's like, this is your time. This is what we do. This is what we come here. So right before she does the bride does it, she does all. She's not even Catholic. She's doing the cross signs and everything. She's elbowing kids. She's getting the 20-somethings out the way. She's diving for the bouquet. She catches it, and she never gets married. I think the thrill for her is just that thing. It's the game. It's the thrill and the hunt for her. She's never been married. No, that's not If you haven't noticed,
yeah.
There you go. This is how we dry, or this is how we wipe ourselves off, and this is how we cool ourselves off. We don't have any equipment here. You don't still have a football team?
Still have a football team? Let's see what happens in the season again.
What? Pittsburgh is the best. What's your name? Who? My man. You can have that time when I'm done. Is that your son? No? That's your cousin? All right. Somebody's raising them, right?
Oh, we laugh at jokes. We don't.
Well, the Lions don't play either. Another true story. I have a cousin. He thought that his girlfriend was going through like his things and like going through his phone, going through his wallet, going through his pockets and everything. So what he did was he set her up. He made a to-do list. She went through his wallet. He put it in his wallet. So when she went through it, she pulled out a piece of paper that had it said 6 o'clock, go to the gym. 7 o'clock, shower and go to work. 9 o'clock, take my break, go to Jared. 10 o'clock, go back to work. He went all the way up through to 5 o'clock, and then at 7 o'clock, it said, pop the question. So she read all of this. She called her mother, she called her grandmother, she called all her cousins, she called both of her baby dads and cussed them all the way out. Telling them she was getting ready to get married. She cleaned the house from top to bottom. She popped off her long fake acrylic fingernails and went and got her French manicure. So by the time 7 o'clock came around, he walked in the house. Her whole family said, "You went to Jared." He said, "Yeah, I went to Jared from Subway. I bought you a meatball hoagie." She picked up her phone, made one more phone call to her brothers. He was in the hospital for 4 months. That's not a true story. I guess I could have been up here longer, but somebody messed up my Detroit jokes. But thank you for having me. I'm glad we're here. And Cleosa, Cat Baby, thank you.